Hi fam, welcome back to our channel, Design on a Dollar. I'm your host Ida, and today, as you're gonna see, we are going to reupholstery a bed. This bed set, I recently got probably about maybe 8 years ago, and my granddaughter caused me some damage because she has a nervous condition that she bites on things like that. So I decided I love the bed set, so I was going to use the skills my mom gave me and reupholstery. So this is the journey I'm going to take you on, guys. I'm going to show you what I did, how I did it, and this is just my method of how I did it. I'm not saying mine is right, but here we are. We're starting out. You see the bed set. I've already completed the bottom, but we're working on the top today, and I am going to show you the process of me stripping it down. And as you can see, I have all the things in the room to finish the room, and I can't wait to see it all come together. So my TV is going to hang up here in front of the bed, but for now I'm going to probably put the table right there in front of the bed and put the TV on it, so that because we having family come in, and I want them to be able to watch TV. And also I ordered the knobs for the dresser, and they will be in soon, and they have a flare like the bed has. So that's where we are, and of course, you know, I'm gonna hang something down over there, some form of lighting, but I'm going to make sure that it's a remote, so that when you have to turn it on, you don't have to move, go up into it. And here's that ugly dome light again, the booby light as they call it. I am going to take that down. I have a ceiling fan to go up there if I can get my husband or my brother to put it up, but until then I think I'm going to DIY a chandelier to put right there over top of the light, just to spruce it up a little bit, and it won't look so plain if I don't get the ceiling fan up before everything is finished. Here I'm showing you that I removed all the staples from the back part of the bed that was holding the material, and now I'm going to move on to the front. And I'm just telling you right here, that's the reason why I had to do it, because my granddaughter, she has a nervous condition and she bites on things like that, and so she caused that damage over a period of time, and then her cousins started joining in with her with pulling it off. So here I have the fabric down, and that's the next layer, which is the white cotton thing, and then the what you call that thing, foam. And I'm showing you guys right here, I did everything to the footboard. I made the holes, I put the padding on, I did all that. And here I'm showing you, after all the padding is off, you have a board that's going to be screwed into the back of the headboard, and you just take those screws out with your screwdriver, and the board just slides right down. And so then you'll be ready to go ahead and start placing your fabric out, so you can get ready to reupholstery. It's really not that hard, guys. I did it all by myself, everything, even screwing the thing back in. So I know if I can do it by myself, I know you guys can do it. So the next thing I did was, I'm showing you the fabric that I'm using. It's a cream color. It's not leather. It's some form of that. It's a little bit better grade than what was already on it. It's more thicker. And I'm telling you that when you measuring for your fabric, when you're buying it, you need to make sure that you buy enough that's going to cover it lengthwise and widthwise. Now I have enough fabric lengthwise, but I don't know if I'm going to have a fabric. Well, I didn't have enough fabric widthwise because I didn't have enough fabric to allow for the curve right there that's in the foam that goes over the top of the bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out what I need for the width right now, the length, and I'm going to cut the extra off, and then I'm going to take that extra and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to apply it to the bottom of this fabric that's laying on the ground. So I'm showing you right here that I'll have just enough fabric to cut it into half and place it back down at the foot of the fabric, and so I will have enough fabric to cover the board. Now, so I've done that process, and I've put a couple of staples on each side just to hold the fabric in place while I'm working, since it's just me by myself. But I'm showing you right here, that's where part of the fabric connected together, and I'm gonna show you the how it looks on the other side in just a moment. So here it is. I'm showing you the finished thing, and I messed up when I did I messed up when I did it. I messed up afterwards, and I'll show you guys that and what I'm doing to fix the problem. So now in this process, you would just go around, and I just actually tacked those sides, and then I'm going to start threading the crystals through the holes in the fabric. So I've already did the first 2 rows on top, and so now I'm going to show you the process of this. So this process is how I actually pull the string or the stuff to secure the crystals, how I pull it through, and what gear I'm going to use. And right now I'm just going to use the glove that I have on and the staple gun. And I use the glove because you have to pull so tight to get a good pucker on the other side, or a tufted look on the other side. So I'm showing you how hard you have to pull on it, and then I staple it, and you're gonna need a little hammer, and then I hammer it in, make sure that it's all the way down onto the surface, like into the surface, so that the string won't starts moving. It won't move on you. And here I'm doing a zigzag motion with it, and I'm going to follow up with mine with tying it like 4 times, and you're going to see me doing that, but I'm out of frame a little bit, sorry for that. And I'm just going to tie it several times, probably about 4 or 5 times, and then once I tie it 4 or 5 times, I feel like it's secure and it's not going anywhere. So now I'm going to show you the process of actually doing the whole process of sticking it, and all that. And right there I'm just showing you that's the fabric, that's the screen that the company used, the white, and you just follow the same zigzag pattern like they have, and you'll be okay. So I use 2 different needles because it's me. Both of them are upholstery needles. The short one is for me to thread the crystals through, and the long one I use to puncture the fabric from the back side. And I'm going to show you this process in just a moment. But right here I'm showing you how I tie mine. I tie my crystal, my thread around my crystal, instead of just looping it through. I feel like it's more secure this way, other than it moving back and forward on the thread. So I thread my needle just as if I was sewing. The only difference is that I put both of the ends through that hole, and I take it halfway, I pull it halfway through, and so now it's ready to be put into one of the sockets. So I take that large needle and I go through the back, and I find the position of the hole. And it may take you a little bit to find it. Even though it's pre-drilled, you try to line it up as best as possible, but sometimes it doesn't work. So I'm going to show you the hole that you're looking for. If it's pre-drilled, if it's not pre-drilled for you, then you are welcome to make your own pattern and go with the flow on it that way. But this particular one, I'm showing you the hole that's in there that I have to get the thread through. So now I am going to actually stick the needle through the hole and find the hole on opposite side, and you're going to see me just let that stand there while I get in position to show you guys the front side. And so once I have the back side where it needs to be, I take it and I push it through. You're going to see it in a second with the arrow. I push it through, and then once I push it through, I take the smaller needle and I follow it back through and pull the crystal through to the other side. And I do that all the way across, and then once I finish that row, I'll come back, I'll lay it down, and I will staple it down. So here you have a completed row right here. That row that you see is a completed row, and I did that all the way down. Now I'm down to the last 2 rows, and instead of going from the back, this time I go from the front. It's the same technique, but it's just reversed. I find the hole, I poke it through to the back side, and then I take the threaded needle with the crystal on it, and I find that hole from the front that was made with the big needle. And then once I find that hole that the big needle made, I guide myself down into the socket until I find it. And then once I find it, I pull it through, and there you have it. So now I'm in the process of putting it back up. These are all the staples that I'm putting in the curved part on the back, and these are the staples on the front that I have to do down at the bottom. So it's a lot of stapling, guys, a lot of stapling, a lot of pulling staples out, but I think the reward of having it is so worth it. So you're just going to keep pulling the fabric tight, and you're going to staple it all the way down. Guys, let me take a quick moment to tell you guys that I'm so sorry for the inconsistency of the uploads. I've been sick in bed, and my floor is full of DIYs that I'm trying to do, but my body is saying no. But I'm gonna get them done for you guys. So here's the completed look, guys. Here's the footboard that I did, and there's the headboard. I did completely everything to the headboard. Now there's the issue that I had with me doing the patch job. I had the drill bit to jump, so I have small places in it, and also I pulled too much at that seam, and the seam came apart, and it's too tight to be pulled back together. So what I'm going to do is take some fabric and fold it over twice like that, just the bottom part, and I'm gonna run it all the way across, and then in between each one of the things I'm going to put another crystal. So I'm praying that that's going to work, which I'm quite sure it will. And I'm just showing you that I'm going to put a little bit of fabric inside where that drill bit jumped, and it won't be covered up. I'm gonna fix that as well. So when I finish with the room, I'm going to give you the big reveal on everything. The minor things that needs to be tweaked out, like the bottom, and then the corners of the bed. I have to redo the corners because I didn't know how to tuck the corners, but now I do, so I have to do that. And then I have to tighten up the bed, all that good stuff. Do the windows. I'm going to make a window because I only have one window in the room. So I'm going to do a makeshift window on the other side so I can have balance in there. And I think when it comes together, I think it's going to be really beautiful, just like the gold and white room. Now I'm going to show you some choices of fabric that I was going to use with this purple fabric, and it wasn't classy enough or elegant enough for me, so I decided to go against that. And I was going to do gray on gray, but I decided against gray on gray as well. So that's the gray curtains that I'm going to actually put up. And I ordered some purple shears, and I'm just waiting for them to come in. And I'm showing you the gray on gray, which I don't want that. I want some purple pops of purple, and that purple is too light for me. So that's where I'm at with the curtain choices. But I want to take this time again also to tell you guys thank you for your continued support. Thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for just being you. And guys, if I haven't answered a question or replied to something that you need a response to on any video, please feel free to email me, because that'll be the best way to contact me. Because I want your questions and stuff to be answered. So I really hope and truly that you enjoyed this video. If you have, please subscribe to our channel, click the like button, all the things that little sign is telling you to do right now. And I will talk to you guys real soon. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you to the moon and back, and to the moon and back again. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So, bye-bye.
It's